Salon. You know, they're a lefty publication. They wrote in October, "Why are exorcisms on the rise?" I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I don't know. I don't know about being dead or the other side of the veil or whatever. But I see people, and I can't explain their actions through logic. There are evil people out there that you're just wondering, what is this? And I'm sure that your atheists could say something like, oh, it's some people have chemical imbalances that make them not function properly. And I'm like, but there are people who are seemingly normal that like one day will turn evil. I've experienced this. People that I knew that were good, normal, compassionate people, and then one day seemingly became evil. And I'm like, possession, demonic possession, whatever that means. And I think for a lot of people who are atheist, because I'm not even saying people who are not Christian, but there are a lot of people who are atheist would just try to explain it as like, oh, they had a chemical imbalance or something. And I'm like, saying someone is possessed does not literally mean you believe in the Bible and you're a Christian. It's just saying that we don't understand it. Perhaps there are forces beyond our comprehension that are influencing and manipulating people. I like to think so.
Yeah, well, okay, to bring this all full circle, we started talking about the Trump trial to begin this live. Stormy Daniels up on the Trump trial saying, demons possessed my husband. And he was completely possessed. This is what she's saying.
She literally said that?
She said that.
Yes, she did.
She said that. And she says that now she speaks with demons and she talks with the spiritual realm. You can see her newest tattoos. She has a Baphomet and iconography of the demon world up and down her arm and pentagrams. And yeah, you have to ask yourself in this trial, like, are you
wait, for real? Like in the trial, she testified recently that her husband is possessed was possessed?
We can easily bring it up.
I'm trying to Google it. What do I search for?
I'm going to easily bring it up. Hey, Alexa, gotcha. We covered this on the show.
Oh yeah. What paranormal possum? I don't know what is this. Tell me what to pull up. This is amazing.
So she said that the possum part was, she said it was her like house was haunted or whatever, and it ended up being a possum living under it. But there is something separate where she said that her ex-boyfriend was possessed.
Spirits inhabited my boyfriend.
Type in talking to spirits.
Yeah.
Daily Mail. Stormy Daniels.
So
what is it? Talking to spirits?
Yeah.
Town Hall has something on it too. And then there's a Fox News article from 2023 that says Stormy Daniels tried to summon spirits with magic cards during interview. My eyes were filled with tears. So this is a pattern for her. She's been on this one for a minute.
Yes.
It's wild. And I remember when Target, Tim's trying to find this. I remember when the Target...
Yeah, I want to find Stormy Daniels' ex-boyfriend possessed. Is that what it is?
Let me try and get the exact quote. But
it's that...
Because I see there's like a YouTube video.
There's a clip.
Here we go. I think we got post-millennial. Here we go.
There it is. Viewers all the time, Chris and Andrea. I sat through 2 E. Jean Carroll trials and 2 cross-examinations of E. Jean Carroll, and I have to tell you, I agree with Sue wholeheartedly. This was very much what I'd call a nuts and sluts defense. There was a portion of the cross-examination where Susan Neckles was focused on the fact that Stormy Daniels now claims that she is a medium and that she communicates with dead people and has participated in a TV series about the paranormal, where she explores things, including the fact that at one point an ex-boyfriend of hers was inhabited by spirits.
Boom.
She was mocking Stormy Daniels. She wants the jury to think Stormy Daniels is a liar and she is crazy. And she also wants the jurors to judge her for her occupation. And Stormy Daniels gave no ground on that. As Sue just said, she might be an exotic dancer, an adult film actor, but she was very clear when Susan Neckles used the phrase selling yourself to describe what Stormy Daniels was doing on a tour where she was making appearances at clubs. Stormy Daniels set her straight. I was not selling myself. I was dancing. The implication always was, I am not a sex worker, and I don't have a sign around my neck that says consent given freely to everyone at any time.
Right. Okay.
So they get into other stuff.
Nuts and sluts, she said.
My boyfriend was inhabited by spirits is a way to say demonic possession.
Yeah.
All right. And that's the dark arts. You actually welcome that kind of stuff into your life.
And now here she is lying Bill Maher proving she's lying. I mean, that was
Yes.
wild.
Yeah, that clip was crazy.
Liars.
And this was one of the things they talked about afterwards, was that she was always a really risky person to pull for the witness stand because,
Yeah.
they're saying, oh, well, they're trying to make her look crazy to the jury. But what if the jury is like, you summoned a demon? Like,
So,
what if the
I mean-
jury looks at this and is like, this is a dark person and I don't trust her?
There's only one huge winner in all of this, which is Donald Trump, who's been calling this a witch hunt for a very long time. And now he found a witch.
Emphasis on
Yeah.
witch.
Yeah, yeah.
There's the-
He was right about her.
There was
you
a
found
witch,
your witch.
in Georgia
So-
too.
Yeah.
You know, what's really funny is that in the podcasting world, especially in the past several years with Joe Rogan, the subject of DMT is massively popular. It pops up here and then, but it was like there was this period where everybody wanted to know because the idea was that people who have taken DMT have broken through the veil, as they call it, and seen something. And one of the things people talk about is you see demons, and that the people who don't understand what they're seeing think they're just talking to the machine elves, the entities. But many people say that these are demons offering deals, and they're trying to manipulate you into doing things that they want you to do. So when you see things like this and you're like, what happened to Stormy Daniels that she decided to be evil? Because her story is not true. Bill Maher proved she was lying. Yes. So why go on the stand and be evil? Because I'll tell you what I find. I find with many people on the right, they are unwilling to lie to win. Not all of them. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of evil people on the right. Don't get me wrong. But it's a tendency. On the left, you have Michael Cohen and Stormy Daniels, unquestionable. You have the prosecutors in the case. You've got Bragg. You've got the documents case against Trump. You've got everyone on MSNBC. All they do all day. Like, look at Jen Psaki's book where she's like, Joe Biden didn't look at his watch.
Yeah,
at the,
that was insane.
Right. And it's like,
The dignified transfer.
yeah, we watched him do it. And then she gets caught and goes, oops. She's saying, don't trust the misinformation distributors, trust me. And she's literally lying. She's evil. What happened to so many people where they literally said, scruples be damned, I will loot, pillage, and burn and take whatever I want and do any amoral thing. It's insane to me.
Well, they believe the ends justify the means. And if they've actually convinced themselves that Trump is so evil, so terrible, then some little white lies in order to make sure he doesn't come into power again, of course they're justified. But that's basically the entire story of leftists throughout history, is that the ends justify the means. No matter how many people have to starve, have to kill, you have to kill, you have to rob them of their property, as long as it leads to the utopia or the outcome they want, it's all justified.
Demons got it.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, how many times do we hear like Trump must be stopped? That phrase "must be stopped" is a commitment to stopping him at
Any
there's
cost.
no any cost, and there's no more cost. I do think that with conservatives, especially religious conservatives, the concept of the truth as it relates to Christianity is something that they kind of holds them to a higher standard than, maybe a secular progressive who's like, but I have to get the thing that I want. And in this case, I'm part of the hive mind and I want this person to not be elective. It allows for like guiltless lying. And even though you pay for it with your soul later, it's worth it now because there's only the here and now to someone who doesn't have anything else in their life.
Yeah, they have no morals.
Right.
So they've thrown it out the window.
Yeah, find out. Go find out. Find out like all your ancestors. Find out. Find out if there's something after the here and now. I mean, I'm telling you what, like, if you're an atheist, then, we'll never know. But if I'm right, then you'll know.
Well,
and if you're on the side of the demons, if you're on the side, let's take these Trump trials as just like a small microcosm. Are you on the side of the demons here? Are you on the side of the people that are inhabited by spirits? Like, that's the side you've chosen, the known liars, and the Bible says that the native tongue of Satan is lying. So be very cautious about liars, people that are just lying to you about anything. So Michael Cohen is a known, proven liar, went to jail for it. And then the people who are inhabited by spirits, or the people who like do the dark arts. Is that the side you're actually taking? And what's weird is that there's a lot of Christians that would be like, "Oh, Trump's bad. Actually, I don't like his style. He's not great. I don't like the way that he talks." But okay, then you're gonna have to explain to me like how you're in league with Stormy Daniels and Michael Cohen then, like how you can justify that.
And Stormy Daniels talks worse. Mm-hmm. So I was on with Shane on the Inverted World show, Inverted World Live on YouTube. Subscribe, and it was half in jest, but sort of. I said I can prove mathematically and scientifically that the woke left is evil, and I went into this long rant about life in the universe and stuff. But the simple version is, when you're looking at the planets, the stars, when you look at the basic forms of life, the most rudimentary self-replicating proteins, single-celled organisms, multicellular organisms, what life does is organizes free energy into complex systems. It continues to make more of itself. It takes this chaos and creates order from it. And that's life. Life does this. It is the one thing we can see life doing. So when you look at the left and massive campaigns of destroying life, that is the anti-life. That is the antithesis of what life does. It is a function against our very being. So you can argue whether it's figuratively or literally not evil. My point is simply, if the function of life, and we here as humans, is creating order from chaos, the people who attempt to sow chaos and destroy order would be the antithesis of our mission. That would be our evil.
Evil cannot create, it can only destroy.
That's right. The nature of Satan is to steal, kill, and destroy. Yep. So vis-a-vis the Bible, the nature, all you have to do is take a step back and say, is this stealing, killing, or destroying? I got to tell you, what's the best thing about Trump term 1? No new wars. Not even hard. Not even difficult. No new wars.
And trying to end them.
Yes.
And trying. Yeah. Yes, that's exactly right. And, he got a lot of flack for walking into North Korea. I think I would argue that that's probably peak Trump.
Yep.
Walking into a nation that we are literally still at war with. There has been no peace treaty. They could fire a shot. And doing that and bringing that peace and, I don't know, giving him a Dennis Rodman basketball and, whatever he did with Kim Jong-un.
Let me 10 times that. Donald Trump crossed the DMZ into enemy territory with no security detail.
Yeah.
In a sign of good faith and peace for North Korea.
Wow.
And they attacked him for it.
Wow.
They insulted him for
That's right.
it.
That's exactly right.
It's one of the bravest things I've ever seen a president do.
That's exactly right.
Enemy territory with no security detail.
And which side are you on, man? Which side are you on? Are you on the side that, according to multiple reports, decided to continue the Ukraine war even when there was a peace treaty sitting on the table that Zelensky was about to sign, that he and Putin had decided the framework of a peace treaty. And they sent in Boris Johnson
Nuked it.
to come in and to tear it up, to rip it up and say, no, you are going to shove all of the young people in your country into a meat grinder to die. For what? Exactly. Nobody can still alliterate that.
Victory at all costs.
That is evil.
They don't know
Listen,
what victory
steal,
is.
kill, destroy. Steal, kill, destroy. There's no more young people left in Ukraine.
Yeah.
There's
No,
nobody
there
left. They're
are
rounding
all
up
those videos of where they're rounding up older men
Yes.
who are literally
Yeah.
fighting them.
Women,
send them to
that's
the
right.
front
They're sending
line.
women to fight.
So what's going to happen, man? I mean, how many kids are going to grow up without dads? How many homes have been destroyed? How many families have been destroyed? This is evil. Listen, take a step back. Forget the political parties. And it's a good comeuppance for somebody like me who sort of grew up starry-eyed as a teenager in the early aughts, watching 9/11. Right in high school, perhaps you watched 9/11 live. Did you watch it live? Where did you watch 9/11? I watched it in my freshman class in high school. On one of those wheel-in TVs and that they have in public schools. They wheel in the TV and plug it in, and I. To my great shame, was supportive of Iraq and Afghanistan at that time. I was like, wow, okay, good, let's go fight the terrorists. And that's the one thing with age, and you step back and you have kids, especially having children, and especially becoming a father, and you think, not on my life would I allow you to draft my child and send them off to some desert to die alone. Not on my life would I allow. I mean, I would leave before I'd let you do that. I would fight you at my doorstep before I'd allow you to use my children as cannon fodder. And I would dig my heels into this dirt, and I will not. I won't. I wouldn't allow it. And then you get the wiser you get, the more you realize that actually there's no really such thing as angels and demons on the side of war. It's really just two sides of evil fighting each other for different degrees of evil. And the more you just become viscerally anti-war. And that's what's happened to me as I have gotten older and wiser, as I've just said, no, there's actually very, very little justification ever for the wholesale slaughter of people or in war.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.